Hi guys, it's Eminem on the 28th of, yeah, you can't see my face now. Hang on a minute. Just tilt you back a bit. That's it. Right, with my new gizmo. I'm going to put this light here just in case it goes off. So we've still got a bit of light on me. Yeah, we've had an interesting day today. Me and Paul went down on the beach. For the lugworm, and excuse me, I'm just doing a brew, my bedtime brew. As I said, we had an interesting day. We got some lugworm, decent sized lugworm. Still got some left for tomorrow morning, but as soon as that runs out, I think me and Paul might go back down on the beach, but I've still got loads of bait, so I've got to start using that as well. It's our last full day tomorrow, which will be Sunday. Hang on, what date is it on Sunday? 28th. It's going to be the 29th, and the high tide is until 7 minutes past 10. And it's only a 10 metre 46. Don't matter, it's still reaching the wall. So of course, me and Paul, we're going to meet tomorrow. I might do a little bit more filming, I don't know. But every bait I've got up here, squid and mackerel, is going out tomorrow with the worm. Now what I might do, because I've got a big rod, my big 15-foot rod, I might use the 3-hook system on that and put 3 different types of baits, like the squid, the mackerel and the lugworm. See what happens, just to try it out, because you never know, we might hit something decent. Also, I'm going to set Paul up with the 2 Pennell rigs again. Hopefully he catches another fish. At the moment, without like scoring 2-2, because he had a dogfish, I had a pouting. Earlier on, before Paul caught that conger, off camera, I wasn't filming. I caught a whiting, only like yay big, but it was good enough for conger bait, but I wasn't going to use that as conger bait. I thought I'd put it back, because I've got enough bait as it is here at the moment. So, as I said, fair play to Paul. Very first time sea fishing, and he's had a result, which I'm happy of, and I'm glad that he has caught a doggy and a conger, because he wanted me to catch the conger, and it didn't work that way, because he pinched my conger. He's just laughing at me, he thinks it's funny. No, but he wants to, and it turned out, he said, all we need to do now is catch a manta ray. I went, wrong part of the world to catch a manta ray. But yeah, again, we've had a good day. We've both been busy, just fiddling about up here. While the tide was out, I made a couple of new rigs up. While Paul was sunning himself, because he likes to get a tan, Paul does. He didn't go topless though, because he didn't want to show off his man boobs. My man boobs are bigger than his. Anyway.
You've been looking.
I know, I've been looking. I've got my hand like that. I thought, yeah, mine are bigger. So anyway, me and Paul have had a real good day, and a couple of guys, Kevin turned up, said hi to everybody. He was watching our morning clip that we put on, where we was underneath the shelter to get out of the drizzle. When I do sell this, and when I do get another van, I want a sliding door one. If I don't get a sliding, well, I will get a sliding door one, because that's what I'm looking at. What if I get a smaller one of these camper van? On the back, I will put something where I can like put a shelter across. So if it's raining, I can pull it over and drop it down a bit. Because even when it's a shower, when it's drizzling, you do get uncomfortable. Because before we put that shelter up, my seat started to get wet and I sat down and my derriere was getting wet. And I don't like sitting down with wet pants on. And of course, with me doing that, you know, it was a bloke here today with a drone again. He was here yesterday as well, wasn't he? He was with a drone yesterday. No, that was the girl with the flying thing, and then he come with that drone. So it was a girl playing with one of them aeroplane things, and it was absolutely fantastic. It was like a stunt aeroplane thing yesterday, and also when she type had disappeared, that bloke turned up with a drone, and I don't know if he's a YouTuber, and I couldn't tell you because I didn't go up and inquire like I normally would, but I thought to myself, why film yourself on a drone? Because my personal, I mean, he had it hanging there for a good hour and a half, didn't he? And, because you know the noise the makes. Well, a bloke was walking his dog past, and this dog started barking at it. And believe it or not, the bloody dog got on our nerves barking. Well, got on my nerves anyway. But it started off miserable this morning, and then all of a sudden it picked up a bit, and it's been about it dropped down. Well, when we went onto the beach, the wind picked up, but it was a cold. I could take it, Paul couldn't, because he had blood thinner tablets, and I did, but I think my body's got more fat on it than what he's got.
Oh, it's just pure muscle.
Oh, is it pure muscle? Oh. Anyway, we
and brittle.
we're not talking about you being between your legs now, Paul. But anyway, again, Paul said to me, I wanted you to catch that fish. I wanted you to catch that conger. It doesn't bother me if I catch anything else now. If Paul catches, I'm happy. Because at the end of the day, to see the look on his face when he pulled the conger in. I mean, when he was holding it, he was... But when he caught, he went, oh yeah, you know, good smile on his face. And a glint in his eyes saying, I'm showing you up, mate. Because again, right, because he did want him, mate, to catch conger. But that bloke Steve, who was here, who you see me talking to, who caught that massive conger yesterday. Oh God, man. Paul was hoping that I would catch one like that. He ain't the bleeding only one. But if it happens, it happens. But Steve turned up again tonight, and again he surprised us all as he walked past. He caught a lovely ray, a thornback ray. And Paul had you've never seen one before, have you?
No.
Nice fish, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And of course, I said, can you show me, mate? Paul has never seen one. So of course, he showed it Paul, and I would say that was a good, roughly talking a good between 6, 7, 8 pound that was. And because even though they are a wide fish and they look flat, they are deep in the middle. The body is very deep. But yeah, again, another thing that was a bonus for somebody else. I mean, he had a bonus eel. Fair play to the guy. I was elated for him. And Paul said to me, it's your turn then. And as I said, if the fish are there, the fish are there. You can only catch what is in front of you or what's swimming around and having a go at the bait. So tomorrow I will, as I said, tomorrow morning I will stick a big clump of them dirty squid, because they're only small, they're only about yay big. So if I stick a couple of them on, I'll make a fat bait, wang it out, probably put a slither mackerel with it. Hopefully I'll come up trumps with the bigger fish. If not to worry. And I've got a task to do tomorrow. Is one of my reels. So my first casted it out, lost the rig, and what happened? Bird nest. So it really peeved me off, that ass. But while we're sitting waiting for a bite, I'll play around with that and try and get the bird nest out of it. It's going to take quite a while. But yeah, again, this is a roundup of today. And as I said, a couple of fish did come out this morning and a couple of fish come out tonight. So it looks like the fish are slowly drifting in, but not mega catches, like about 5 or 6. If we call 5 or 6 each, or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 between the pair of us, that would be even better. But as I said, at the moment, me and Paul are level pegging 2-2. One doggy, one conger. Me, one pouting, one whiting. See what happens tomorrow. Hopefully our scores will be like this between the pair of us, juggling by catching other species of fish. It'd be nice if I would like to show Paul a rockling, just to make him see what it looks like, because to me a rockling resembles a Welsh catfish. Okay, you may think, mate, you're talking out the back, your backside, but if you look at rockling very carefully, the length of them, the way they're built, and the way their mouth is, because they've got a wide mouth. They're only small fish, but they've got a wide mouth, just like a catfish. The only thing difference between them, they haven't got them big feelers. If you know what I mean, they've only got them little bits underneath the chin. As I said, you got your three beaded rockling, which has got 2 little things under the chin and 1 on its snout, and a 5 beaded rockling's got 3 underneath and 2 on the top. That's all. That's the only difference. But they're they're like an exotic fish to me of the coast, because they look exotic. You know, what they come from, say France, Germany, over that way, or in the Mediterranean. That's what type of fish they look like to me. But evidently, we've had a fine day. Let's hope tomorrow a pair of us are going to fish hard. The pair of us are going to try our best to actually get something decent. I mean, we've been chucking, as I said to you today, didn't I? It's worms that are catching. Bloke's caught on ragworm. Somebody else caught on lugworm. Paul's caught his dogfish on mackerel, and caught his conger eel tonight on lugworm. I caught my my pouting on lugworm, because we only dug a few. Of course, I decided to have a go with a worm yesterday, and today I've caught a whiting on a lugworm. But the most what surprised me, the conger took a lugworm, and it caught him right in the bottom, and it's so easy to get out. But there's one thing I haven't got in my kit, is a T-bar. I've got to sort one of them out, but the pliers done it easy. You see him just drop off. And you did hear me swear a bit. I do apologise because on the seawall along there, it's like when the tide comes over or it's raining, they've got holes in the wall where the water can go through and go back into the sea when it's been raining, and it clears the path. And this conger, as he dropped off, it headed towards the bloody hole, and all I could see was about that much of its tail, and I was effing and jeffing trying to grab its bloody tail to throw it over the wall properly into the water. So I do apologise if you hear my bad language. You know me, I don't like effing and jeffing. If I say anything, it's like, oh, yeah, stupid, you know, I'll try and cut it short, because I don't, you know me, I don't like effing and jeffing on this, because don't forget, children are watching this as well. The most important thing is, if I'm effing and jeffing, the young kids are going to think, oh, we can all do that. No, I don't endorse that. Okay, guys, so hopefully see you tomorrow morning. We will start fishing round about 10 o'clock it comes in. About quarter to 9, 9:30. Just to make sure it's what's called it. At the moment, you still see me casting for Paul. It's what it is. It is what it is, because I want to get him out there to get to the fish. But tomorrow, he's going to bloody cast 2 of his own tomorrow. See how it goes. But he said to me tonight, said, do you want to cast out, Paul? He said, the tide's not close enough either. He could have hit it easy. But as if I'll let him do it when he feels comfortable. Okay, guys. So this is Eminem from me, my man Paul, in our little adventure away for a week down Blue Anchor Bay. And then we're wrapping up for tonight because we just had some tea. I'm going to have a cup of tea. There we go. I ain't put the bleeding milk in yet. Going to have a cup of tea and then get some Zeds. Because I did say it was going to be touching 30 tomorrow.
I don't know, don't I?
Yeah, well, I did say, well, Birmingham was supposed to have touched 30 today, hasn't it? Yeah, they said in Birmingham it was that hot. It was touching 30. Oh, and there is one thing, and Paul will vouch for me here, and this is not a Jackanory story. We was getting ready to fish, all setting up, and the tide was a decent way from the wall. And there's been a bloke walking up and down who I call the neighbourhood watch. And he's come past and he's turned around and he said, there's people down there having a barbecue on the beach. Tide's coming in. So he said, I've told them. I went, okay. And Paul said, I said to Paul, what did he say? And he told me, Paul told me, there's people having a barbecue on the beach, right by the rocks where the outlet pipe goes from the stream that comes out of Holborn site. And I've looked and I've gone, I've got to say something. This is me. I've gone down. I said, excuse me, I'll give you 20 minutes. And the guy looked at me and said, I beg your pardon. I said, I'll give you 20 minutes. And this, your lady went, oh, why are you giving us 20 minutes while she's sipping a glass of wine? And I went, look, my love, I'm not being funny, but you can have your beef burgers or hamburgers with salt in them if you want to, but it'd be very soggy where you're sitting. Within 20 minutes, that tide will be up the wall. And the bloke come over with his can of lager and he's going, oh, So how high will the tide come up? I went, to the wall. It doesn't come that far up, does it? I said, well, the best thing for you to do, mate, is off ski now. I said, if you go that way, you're going to get trapped. So, didn't listen to my advice, and they all started to run at the last minute. He was trying to do something with the barbecue, so you know what he had to do? He couldn't get that way, but instead of walking along this way, because he had enough room before the tide had come in, he decided to climb up the wall. You know what these people are like? They think they know best. Because I did turn around and says, if you don't move, I'm not going to call the RNLI out for you because you are doing something stupid. I said, you got to know the tides before you start messing around on the sea. As I said before, and I'll always say it, people, please, 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 fucking take heed of the coast. Them people could have been stranded. If none of us fishermen were there and seen it, they would have been stranded. Need I say any more? Lives could have been lost. Yep, because they probably would have, and tried to climb up the rocks. One of them fall over, injure themselves, trying to help each other up. Tide's still coming in. And I think it was 6, 7 people there, and there was a young kid. See, they're not just putting their own lives at risk, they're putting a child at risk. Please, 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 people, when you go to a beach, use this. Even you ficking yuppies and you snobby people, make sure you understand the code of the coast. Don't put yourself in jeopardy. Don't put anybody else in jeopardy, because the RNLI are there to save people who are out at sea and have an accident out at sea, not because of your stupidity. Okay? Catch you later, guys. See you tomorrow.